Rachel Rose is talking all things boxing, and I'm here this afternoon with Joe Hayden, we are Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 3 days out from a very big fight this Friday, sporting a black eye. Can I see a black eye there? A little one there, and
Yeah.
coming from your beautiful brand new kitchen.
Well, it's getting there. Yeah, it's we've just sprinkled a little bit of polish on. You can't polish a turd, they say. So for the time being, we've polished a turd.
No, the pictures that Poppy put up look really lovely.
Yeah, she's I think she thinks she's an interior designer. She's got all these ideas in her head. And to be fair, they're coming out great, but
Yeah.
it's just work after work. So
Yeah, of course. That's the thing with being a grown up. You've got to do grown up things like like
I
design your
enjoy it.
house.
Keeps me busy. I
Yeah,
enjoy it. I
yeah,
enjoy being so.
absolutely. So you did your check weight this morning. How was that?
Yeah, all good. 10 stone 10, so a pound under the check weight. So
Perfect.
yeah, flying. Yeah, I feel really good.
Yes, this is the kind of the opportunity of this Friday has sort of escalated, hasn't it? It's kind of developed as you've gone on. So where are we at right now?
So I'll be honest. I'll give you an exclusive. Um, I've had a phone call this morning, and the title fight is off.
No.
Uh, yeah, so due obviously no fault of my own. Um, yeah, something to do with the opponent's visa or something. Yeah, the title fight's now off, so absolutely gutted, but. It's out of my control, so what can you do? You can't crow spilt milk. All I can control is how I react to it. And the main thing is I'm still fighting
Yeah.
Friday, hopefully an 8 rounder and in a good fight still. So just got to put that to one side and focus on Friday still.
Ah, Joe, I'm so sorry, mate. That's rubbish. And unfortunately, this is part of the game, isn't it? Like things can
Yeah,
change
that's it.
all
Yeah,
the time.
definitely. That's boxing. So
So
what
you've
can
got,
you do?
so you're going to have a different opponent on Friday.
8 rounder, different opponent. So that's the main thing. I'm still fighting, still in a good fight. So the hard work wasn't for nothing.
No,
So I'm
no,
not just looking forward to getting in there really and having a fight.
yeah, of course, mate. I'm really sorry. That's really rubbish because you're so deserving of these next steps and next opportunities. But I truly believe everything happens for a reason, and there'll be a reason why, and maybe it's because, there's going to be a better opportunity, a bigger opportunity around the corner that, you don't know yet. So, rubbish. But for anyone listening to understand, like, these are the moments that really make that mental strength, to kind of, like you've just said, you've still got to fight. There's still an 8 rounder. It's still going to be a great night. You've worked really hard. You're still flying. And that's what we focus on, right?
Definitely, exactly. That's it. There's still a job to do. So, like I say, you can't cry over spilt milk. It's completely out of my control. I've done everything I can for this fight. I've got myself in the best position for this fight. It's just a shame that it's such short notice and it's not giving us enough time to find a replacement with it only being 3 days away and obviously the final check weight being today. It's not giving us enough time. But yeah, like I said, all I can control is how I react to it and I'm going to react to it as if well the fight is still happening. I'm still fighting, so
Yeah.
I've still got a job to do. Still got to make weight, and I've still got to put on a good performance Friday night. So that's what I'll do.
Absolutely. And it's going to be, it's local to you. It's Dave's first show. So, there's a lot of a kind of lots of really wonderful things about the show itself.
Definitely, yeah, yeah. It'd be nice to box at home. Got plenty and plenty of people coming, which was my first thought when the title fight fell through. I just felt like I was letting people down, but yeah, like I say, it's out of my control. I can't have that. But still, I'm just glad I'm still fighting. Hopefully, people understand that, and hopefully, people understand that it is out of my control, and still come support, and yeah, still it's still going to be a good night.
I think, people support you. They don't support the belt. You getting to fight for a title is just a cherry on top of a journey that everybody's already behind, so I think you haven't let anybody down. It's not, you didn't choose not to compete for the title, and I think everyone was going to come along, would have come along regardless. So don't carry that weight on your shoulders. People love you and support you for you, and they'll be there regardless. You know, it's going to
Yeah,
be a fantastic night, and you're great. You're a great boxer to watch. You know, you're great fun to watch, regardless of whether or not they're friends and family. You know, people like to watch you. You know, you sold what 350 tickets in 2 weeks for Sheffield.
yeah,
You know, that's a testament to you, your personality, your fight style, and the joy that you bring to people in the sport.
yeah. And then I've done nearly 200 for this one, so the sport's been absolutely crazy. So yeah, I'm grateful really. That's another. I'm just glad I'm fighting. I'm glad I can still go out there and put a show on for people.
Yeah, exactly. And how's the camp been? You know, you've been working hard. I saw that you were doing pads at like 6 a.m. this morning or something mental.
Yeah, because Dave's a busy guy now. He's a businessman. He's absolutely flying, Dave. So yeah, he's busy today with Pat. So we had to get up early, get training done nice and early. But yeah, camp's gone perfect to be honest. Camp's gone absolutely great. Obviously, it's my third fight in 3 months. I've been so consistent with it. I was on a call with my nutritionist the other day, and they worked it out, and I've actually been in camp by Friday. By the time Friday comes, I've been in camp for exactly 4 months. So it's a long time to be in camp, but I've been consistent with it, and I feel the benefits of that consistency.
Yeah.
And from fighting regularly, I've had that experience, 2 fights. Uh, my body, everything feels great and in a perfect spot. So I'm really looking forward to Friday night, to be honest, because it's the best I've ever felt.
And I think that's do you think that that when you've been in the ring quite consistently, obviously, you know, they talk about ring rust being a real thing. Do you feel more at ease when you're in the flow of it? Like, it's a terrible analogy, but you know, when people are scared of flying, they relax when they fly more because it becomes more familiar. Is that sort of the same when you're
Yeah,
competing?
yeah, 100%. It's so hard to explain, but you feel better every fight. Something changes every fight, and you can't quite put your finger on it. But that first session back, you feel that little 1% better every time, and I feel like we're fighting so regularly, you're constantly sharp. You're sharpening up all the time. Like I say, there's no ring rust, and the main thing for me is the experience of being in there and fighting, and because I've been doing it so regularly, and my last few fights have been good fights for me. So getting that good experience in these proper fights now, it's really bringing me on a ton, and I feel like I've got that experience now. My apprenticeship's over, and I'm really ready to start pushing on and going for it now.
Yeah, and that's been evident in the way that you fight. I mean, obviously, you and I spoke a little bit after in Sheffield when we were in Sheffield. We spoke a bit briefly because I could tell. Yeah, I could just tell that you weren't 100% happy with your performance, and it's not because it was a bad performance. I just know. I feel like I knew you enough at that point to understand when you're really happy and to understand when you're like, I could have done better. What did you take away from that last outing?
Um, yeah, initially I thought I could have done better there, but I thought I boxed well, navigated an awkward opponent really who were coming to rough me up, get close, uh, stick it on me, put it on my chest, head, elbows, everything. Feel like I navigated it quite well, got the knockdown, which I was happy with. Um, I think in my head, I knew I could have got him out of there if I'd have approached it differently. Probably from round 3, 4 onwards, if I'd approached it differently, I know I could have got him out of there. So I think that's what was playing on my mind as soon as the final bell rang. Um, but then I watched it back and I was happy with the performance. To be honest, I thought I boxed well. Uh, but yeah, that's what I come away with it with.
Good. No, I'm glad. I'm glad you feel because I had a feeling you'd watch it back and feel happier because I thought it was, you know, it was great. And obviously that was the biggest stage, biggest audience. And you didn't seem impacted, which I think is brilliant because that's one of the hardest things is those bright light nerves.
I just really try to enjoy it all and take it all in. To be honest, all week I just try to enjoy the whole thing and not let the lights and anything affect me. And I think it's been a process with it all. Really, Dave's always chucked it in front of cameras,
Yeah.
and I was doing all the media stuff and everything. So he always said from day one, "I'm doing this now to get you ready for when you're on the big stage." And so you're not like a deer in the headlights, and you can sort of feel it paying off now. And most of the interviews that I did when I first started out with Dave didn't even go anywhere. They probably weren't even recording, but it's just having the camera in your face and answering questions. It's nerve wracking, but you get used to it. Like you say, with the fighting and with flying. It's the same with doing interviews. You do a few interviews, you get better and better each time, and you get more confident in yourself. And yeah, and like with the ring walk and stuff, it was weird. Like it's hard to explain because, of course, you get nerves, but I feel like I deal with them very well. My last few fights when I've been in the changing room, I'm more excited than nervous, to be honest. Sorry, can you still see me? Someone just rang me.
Yeah. Was it Dave?
It was, yeah, yeah. Dave just rang me. I felt awful ending that call then. But yeah, I get nervous. Of course, I get nervous, but I feel like I deal with it in a good way and sort of put it to one side because in my head I just think to myself, I've done everything I can possibly do outside of the fight in the gym, nutrition wise, resting. I've done everything I can possibly do to give myself the best chance possible. So when it comes down to the fight, then it's whatever happens, happens kind of thing. I know I've not cut no corners and I've done everything possible. So if I'm good enough, then that'll show fight night.
I think that's such a brilliant piece, just that on its own for people, because I always say that to people is like the loss, winning and losing is kind of irrelevant because you can take a loss really well when you know you've done everything correctly and the person in front of you is just was just better on the night because you know you did everything. You didn't cheat yourself because I think the worst thing to do is that when you if you take if you don't, you know, throw yourself into it and then you lose, then you're like, I maybe could have won that because I could have trained harder or I could have not taken that day, those days off or
Yeah.
eaten those cheat meals or whatever. And it's how you assert yourself into the program and into the process of life, of the fight, of whatever it is, that really helps you have that confidence. You know, I saw you because you know, I was lucky enough to be backstage for those for the undercard because of Paul Roberts. So I got to see you sort of very briefly, which was quite nice. And you seemed, yeah, you seemed good. Yeah, you seemed good. You seemed on it. You seemed fired and ready. And it was brilliant performance. And looking forward to seeing how you get on Friday.
I saw
As
a nice. Sorry to interrupt. I saw a
no, go.
nice. I watched a video earlier and I quite liked it because like I say backstage, I'm always laughing and joking in the changing rooms, and it don't really get serious for me until that first bell rings. That's when the switch is flicked. Like the ring walk, for the match rush, I was still smiling in the ring walk, and got to the corner, I was laughing and joking with Nigel and Connor. Uh, and then when that bell goes, that's when yeah, it flicks. And I saw a video earlier that said "nice person, nasty performer," and I thought that's quite fitting, really. So all top level athletes need to be nice people but nasty performers. And I think that's quite fitting, really.
Yeah, I think that's a really good one because you don't have to be. Yeah, you've just got to have your switch and know when your switch is. And some people it's 2 days before, some people it's the day of, some people it's a week before. But it's just knowing when your switch is and activating it, you know, when the time is right. And I think, um, you know, I think you're going to do brilliantly Friday, regardless of what's gone on this week. Please God, nothing, no more upsets or dramas. Hopefully, all will
Yeah,
be
fingers
well this
crossed.
week. Hopefully, all will
Fingers
be well this
crossed.
week. Or we'll be I'll be awaiting the results. I mean, look, your last fight, I told you, didn't I, that I was just
Yeah.
like nervous because I was like, nobody's posted anything, and then it was like nothing to worry about, nothing to worry about. Not your last fight, sorry, the time before that, and then
Yeah,
the last
yeah,
fight I
yeah,
was there.
yeah,
So this
yeah.
fight, unfortunately, I can't be there. I'm in Brighton for another one, but I will be. Where is it? Is it going to be on YouTube or is it not being
Potentially, Dave's hoping to get it live streamed on his YouTube,
sick?
so that'd be great. Yeah,
Cool. I could just like one eye on the ring, one eye on the phone.
that'd be brilliant.
Yeah, listen, Joe, I'm not going to keep you too long because it's, you know, it's closing in now and you're going to need some time for yourself. But
Yeah, brilliant.
thank you for this exclusive. And sorry again for the news, but this is boxing. You're still going to do an absolutely sensational performance on Friday,
Yeah,
and let's catch up next week after the fact.
yeah, brilliant. No, I appreciate you having me on.
All right, Joe, take care. We'll speak soon.
Yes, you too. Ta-ra.
Bye, bye, bye.